report on the Suggest English Curricular Scheme. The Suggest English Curricular Scheme, proposed by the Ministry of National Education of Colombia, represents an initiative aiming at standardizing and providing teaching of the English language in grades 5 to 11 in the country. This scheme aims to offer teachers and students a structured guide that facilitates the progressive acquisition of the language, aligned with the standards of the Common European Framework or reference for the language. Throughout the document, learning objectives, methodological and evaluation strategies, as well as suggest resources for implementation in educational institutions are established. Below are the main benefits, advantages, and disadvantages of this scheme, along with concrete examples that illustrate its impact on teaching learning process. One of the main benefits of this curriculum scheme is that it provides a clear and coherent structure for teaching English, allowing teachers to plan their classes more precisely and align them with a specific objectives. For example, in grade 6 in framework says that a student should be able to participate in short conversations, understand basic instructions, and describe people and places. As they advance through the grades, language skills become more complex, reaching the ability to analyze argumentative tests, express reasoned opinions, and participate in um, academic. This structured progression facilitates the development of the communication skill in students and allows them to reach a functional level of English by the end of the secondary education. Another important benefit is the incorporation of active and contextualized methodologies in language teaching. The framework proposes the use of task-based, project-based, and problem-based approach, which allow students to learn English in a practical and meaningful way. For example, in grade 8, one of the modulus process that the students carry out a project of the impact of information and communication technologies. On their daily life, through these projects, students not only improve their language skills, but also develop critical investigation and teamwork skills, promoting. In addition, the curriculum has the advantage of including cross-curriculums that encourage civic education and critical thinking in each grade topics such as democracy and peace, environmental, culture, identify and globalization and address. For example, in 8th grade, a unit is proposing the influence of consumerism on young people, in which students analyze how adversity affects their purchase decisions and how the use of English is fundamental in global marketing. This integration of content allows English learning to not be limited to grammar and vocabulary and to become a tool for understanding the afflicting and the world. However, despite its many advantages, this curriculum also presents some disadvantages and challenges in its implementation. One of the main limitations is the dependence on adequate resources, and many institutions in Colombia do not have access to update materials, technology, or train personnel to implement this curriculum effectively. For example, in rural schools, the lack of internet connectivity and the scarcity of English textbooks can make it difficult to implement innovative strategies such as in the document. Other major challenge is additional burden it represents for teachers. The implementation of this curriculum schemes requires teachers receive continuing training and be updated English teaching methodologies. However, in many cases, teachers have overload schedules and little time for curriculum planning and adoption. In addition, the level of English of teacher varies significantly, which can lead to difficulty in teaching more advanced context in the later grades. For example, a teacher with an intermediate level of English may feel insecure when teaching argumentative reading skill or critical analysis of text in English, which affects the quality of student learning.